about myself. I'm not a very public person. I won't display public my emotions about Yoni publicly. It's something that's private. And yet in the speaking I can do that. So I can share lots of things with people in that way. That's my way to do it.
You spoke amazingly, firstly. I think it takes quite somebody in order to stand up and speak the way that you have. And I've grown up in SOI, and Yoni's story has always been told, whether it's at the camp level, so that's like year 9, year 10, or on tour in year 11, and then on year course, and then it repeats again when you're a leader, and you're telling your kids yourself. And the list that Yoni created, I think, is almost the most powerful thing that a child can kind of connect with. And throughout that process, whether it's on camp or on tour or even on year course, I can't tell you how many hundreds of kids have written a list as a consequence. It's still done to this day. I'm not sure whether you're aware of it. And I wonder, have you created your own list since then, or have your family members created their own list?
We haven't actually. We haven't. But we've encouraged a lot of people to do it. And it's something that will come. That's one of my ideas for when I put the book together. That in preparation, I've just been thinking about that very recently and thinking that it's something that we all must do, because I've learned so much. I go back to them all the time, and it's some that I just repeat. I think the one of the aphorisms that I repeat more than any other, I think, is go to people where they are, not where you want them to be. And it just says so much. And I say this because I don't use Yoni's aphorisms only within the family, when I can be telling somebody off or something happens, and I'll say that, what is the point of expecting this person to be different? You've got to understand, them, and then expect them to be doing what they might do, from their point of view, try and understand it, so I'm still, I guess, I still learn so much from his aphorisms,
And some of them are so funny.
Yeah, yes, some of them are very funny. He was a very, very funny person. He would entertain. There was 10 years between him and my younger daughter, Yael, and he would walk her to show every week for years, and he would tell her the story. The road up to show was very, very bumpy, and he told her how it was, this whole long story about the elephants who had to come down this road and what a terrible mess they'd made. And this story went on and on. Every week he would add more, and he had a character called Roberto Moserto, and he would tell her these stories. He was very, he was like the Pied Piper with children. And he used to say to me, I can't really stand having to work with children all the time, Mum. He said, but really, I don't know why they follow me wherever I go. and funnily enough, I find that with myself a lot, being as a teacher of little children. He must have felt the same. I absolutely love telling them the stories and doing all the things, but it's a lot of hard work. And I remember him saying, I just love to sit and show, just on my own. Just on my own. But he never managed to do that. And when he was killed, just after that, one little boy who was about 5 or 6 at the time, whom he was really quite a mentor for at that time, made out of a shoebox, made a model of a shoe. The most amazing thing, and I still have it, sitting there. So, he did relate, to all ages, whether he liked it or not. He was brilliant at it, and he did it. He didn't He used to get a bit fed up with the feeling of it, but he always did it anyway. It was a funny thing. And I see that in myself, recently when I, gave up teaching, that those children are just wonderful, and I'm very drawn to them, and I think he was as well. Can we share something?
Okay, Marsha, thank you very, very much for those very beautiful and inspiring words. We thank you for coming here tonight and sharing with us this inspiring story. As you've heard, the impact is certainly beyond you could ever imagine. You mentioned we wish you good luck. He's got in the near future of putting together something, a book, and if I may, as I'm thinking aloud, you talk about the impact that his life has had on so many people, in a more direct way, indirect way. We spoke about the awards given out in all the Jewish schools and beyond, and the impact that Yoni's life has had on a lot of young people. Perhaps to bring that all together in terms of a book written by all the individuals that have been impacted by Yoni in their words to tell the story of who they felt Yoni was. But we wish you a lot of strength and continue to inspire many, and we should only